Good evening, everybody. We are on day 3 of the 10-day Sculpt and Tone Challenge. And there are so many ladies inside the Ballet Fitness Lifestyle Hub absolutely smashing their workouts. Lots of people getting them done first thing in the morning. Some people catching up, doing 2 or 3 in one day. Everyone's doing a fantastic job. So I'm really, really proud of everyone, and I hope you are too. If you've not yet signed up for the challenge, you can still do that. It's a 10-day challenge. We're on day 3, but you can catch up with the workouts. Once you sign up, you've got those workouts for the full 10 days, so you can catch up and experience all those different workouts for yourself. If you're watching me, drop a comment so that I can see that I'm not talking to myself and that you can hear me and that all is good. Tonight I am going to be talking about motivation. This is one of the really big topics that comes up time and time again. And in fact, inside the Ballet Fitness Lifestyle Hub, which is the closed Facebook group where I run all my challenges. Hi, Tracy. Where are you coming in from, Tracy? Because you're saying good morning and it's 9 p.m. my time. Where are you coming in from? And yeah, so in the Lifestyle Hub, when you join, there are a series of questions that I ask you when you're coming in, and lots of those answers will be, questions like, how do I get motivated? How do I stay consistent? And so tonight we're going to be talking more about that. Hi, Caroline. My name's Sarah Aspinall, and I am the founder of Breaking Ballet. I'm a trained dancer, I'm a qualified ballet teacher, and I've been teaching adults, teaching women for many, many years. And so I've lots of experience in teaching this specific type of fitness to adults. Hi, Emily. Tracy's coming in from Brisbane, Australia. Welcome. And Stephanie. Hi, guys. Lovely to have you here. So tonight I'm going to teach you, hopefully, how to get motivated to exercise. And yesterday I was live in the group talking about how to make time. So I'm not going to talk about time today. That's another big issue, I know, because we're all very, very busy. Hi, Kim. But if you missed that video, please go back and have a look at that making time video, because that is key before you even move on to getting motivated. So I definitely recommend you go and listen to that one. There is a worksheet that goes along with this workshop. This is the motivation to work out. If you haven't seen that, that is in the Ballet Fitness Lifestyle Hub, the closed Facebook group, in the files section. It's a PDF document. You can print that off and you can either use that now with me, or you can go back. I'm going to be walking you through that anyway. But I want to hopefully take you from being somebody that sees health and fitness as something that you do to something that you are. So it becomes part of you, part of your lifestyle, and not something that sits on the outside that feels like a chore and, you know, something that's hard work. So that's the idea. We want to try and transform you into that person that does feel motivated to do it just simply because it's part of your life, in the same way that you do other things every single day of your life. And I've run these challenges a few times now. This isn't my first one. And I see 2 types of people that come into these challenges. The first type of person gets really excited at the beginning, which is great, signs up for the challenge, gets their friends joined in, they're excited, they start off, they do a great job, and slowly but surely, sort of partway through the challenge, they drop off. Because they've missed one, they give up, they quit, and they go away. Or there's a second type of person who gets really excited, signs up, gets their friends involved, gets stuck in, completes the workouts, and then goes on from there to transform their life and their health and fitness. And so at the end of today, I hopefully want to try and move you from being that number 1 person through to being that second person that after these 10 days, after this challenge, can make some transformation and move on and change the way that things are. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Jacqueline. Hi, Aya. I hope I said that right. Nice to have everyone here. So as I was saying, go back and watch the Making Time for Fitness video if you haven't seen that already, because that will really, really help you. These two things are really important, time and motivation. So you need to watch both videos if you can. And we're going to build on that time video today, looking at how to stay consistent and beat that overwhelm and the procrastination that we all do. We are all guilty of procrastinating and running out of time and then just giving up and not even bothering with our exercise. So we want to stop that. And there are, a number of roadblocks that we come across with motivation, particularly as busy women. Lack of energy, lack of time, but we've already dealt with that yesterday. Feeling exhausted, very, very tired. No matter what you do, you just feel completely drained. And a lack of self-belief as well, which obviously is mindset. So these are the roadblocks, the common roadblocks that we have. Hi, Maria. Just drop me a comment below and let me know, do any of those roadblocks resonate with you? Which one is the one that you seem to be suffering with, that stops you or that hinders your motivation? But we want to try and move on from those roadblocks and make it easy for you. So before we get started, there is just one thing that I want you to hold on to, that I do not subscribe to the all or nothing approach with exercise or healthy eating. I really, really don't. That's when we sort of fall into the trap of fad diets, fad exercise programs. There's absolutely, in my view, no point in doing these quick fix exercises and trying to get a bikini body in 7 days, because they are simply not sustainable. Yes, you may drop some weight, you may look better for your holiday, but it's going to go back on. It's not sustainable, and it's not a particularly healthy way to live your life. And if you want to change your lifestyle and incorporate fitness effortlessly, that's not the way to go. All or nothing is not the way to go. But I know that we've all been guilty of having that mindset. You'll have a week where you start off your exercise or your healthy eating, whatever it might be, and you're doing really well, and then you miss a day, something goes wrong, then you miss another day, and then you think, well, I've missed 2 days, what's the point? I'll just can the whole week. You've canned the week, so what's the point? You might as well go all out at the weekend. I'll start next week. So rather than taking that all or nothing approach where we're either doing it or we're not doing it, even if we have a bad day, I would encourage you to just do something. Caroline's a procrastinator. Jackie has lethargy. Yeah, feeling like a failure if I miss any workouts. Absolutely. And that's mindset. That's something that we work on a lot inside Backstage, and something I'll come on to talk to you about in a minute. But also with goal setting, actually, I'll talk about that as well. We set ourselves up for failure a lot of the time. But this all or nothing approach does us no favours whatsoever. Rather, think of it as do something, which is our motto inside Backstage. Do something. It doesn't matter how small it is. If you focus on the process rather than the end goal, and you just make sure that you're going through the motions each day and you're working on the process and keeping things manageable and small, you will absolutely get the results. So you need to sort of remove any emotional attachments to the end results and just do the work, and the results will come. There's no point trying too hard to get there. It will come naturally. And none of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I don't know anyone that's perfect. I have bad weeks where I don't do as much as I want to, but Jackie actually, who's watching, has recently, I hope you don't mind me saying, Jackie had an accident, and she is one of our Backstage members, and so she has been unable to take part in the workouts. But instead, everyone's rallied round and said, well, look, let's do this healthy eating challenge together. So we've done a recent challenge in there, and Jackie has focused on her eating. So she's hopefully, let us know, Jackie, but hopefully, feeling more positive about her situation, because she's still working on her wellness regardless of the situation that she finds herself in. Let us know if I've got that right, Jackie. Hi, Joe. Okay, you've hurt yourself, Joe. Yeah, you need to be careful when you're doing these workouts, particularly with that crab workout. Take a lot of rest. Tomorrow, I can't remember what we're doing tomorrow, but it's not another Archie one. So just go easy, Joe, and take some rest. Aya thinks I'm perfect. I'm really not. That's very sweet of you to say so. I'm really not. I'm not going to mention the many ways I'm not. So none of us are perfect. But, you know, we need to take a closer look at how we can reach the outcome that we want to get to. So what is motivation? Let's start there. What exactly are we talking about? Well, motivation simply means a willingness to do something. And, you know what that feels like. Am I willing to get off the sofa and go for a run in the pouring rain? Probably not, when the temptation is to sit and watch television with a hot chocolate. I'm not very willing. So the motivation is having that willingness to do something. There's a really nice quote that I like that says, at some point, the pain of not doing it becomes greater than the pain of doing it. And that's by Stephen Pressfield in The War of Art. So at some point, the pain of not doing it becomes greater than the pain of doing it. So in other words, at some point, it's easier to take action to work out than it is sitting on the sofa self-loathing, is basically what he means. So sometimes you get to a point, a low point, where you say, this is ridiculous now. I'm not loving this life. I don't like my body. I don't feel confident. I don't feel good about myself. I feel like a failure. And at that point, sometimes people will decide to do something about it. And the action of doing something about it and doing the exercise is not as painful as how they felt in that low place. But we don't want to talk too much about pain. We want to talk about what motivates you. So this worksheet that I've put together is going to really, really help you work through some aspects, probably aspects that you haven't really thought about too much before in terms of motivation. And there are 3 motivational principles that I talk about on that sheet. The first one is defining fitness, what fitness means for you. The second one is measuring that fitness. And the third one is rewards. So let's talk about those 3. So define fitness, which is on this sheet. This is going to help you, these 3 principles will help you discover your why. And I did talk about this, I touched on this in the previous video in Making Time for Fitness. And that why is, why do you want to work out? Why do you want to get fit? What is the real reason behind you doing that? Once you find the why, you are more motivated to do it. So define fitness for you. What are you trying to achieve? That's the first question on this sheet. And I use the example, I want to achieve a stronger core. So let me know in the comments, do you know, what is it that you want to achieve? So define that. Define what fitness means to you. Once you've got that definition and, you can go away, watch this video again and work through the sheet. You want to measure that fitness, so identify the need that motivates you to achieve the goal that you've already written down. So in other words, if a definition of fitness for me was to have a strong core, then the measure of that fitness might be to alleviate back pain. So digging deeper each time. And then once you've discovered that, then you can start having a think about, okay, now I'm starting to discover the real reason behind me wanting to get fit. And then rewarding fitness is the third motivational principle. Now, I've talked about this before, and it's really interesting. If you're inside the Ballet Fitness Lifestyle Hub, you have seen the 2 groups. You've seen the people who need the body and the people who really don't want a body. And so the people who need the body are motivated by extrinsic factors, factors outside of themselves. People that are like, I don't need the body, they're not weirdos, they're not antisocial, they are motivated internally. They've got intrinsic motivation. They know that if they say, I'm going to do this, they won't let themselves down, they will follow through. Now, there aren't as many of those people. The personalities in society tend to be more people are motivated by extrinsic factors. So if you are one of those people, write down on the sheet, how you're going to reward yourself when you are doing your workouts. So if you've achieved what you set out to achieve, how are you going to reward yourself? If you are someone that needs extrinsic, so outward awards, that might be, you know, if you're a child, stickers, that sort of thing. If you're an adult, a glass of champagne, new pair of shoes, whatever it might be. But if you are the other person that is motivated intrinsically, then you can look inwardly and say, well, you know, how am I feeling? This has made me feel really good. This has made me feel so much more confident. I'm really proud of myself. My self-esteem is great, etc. So writing down those rewards is really important to acknowledge who you are, acknowledge working through those 3 motivational principles, what your why is, exactly why you want to get fit. And I've said at the end of there, the 4th question, what is your why? Is this a body beautiful standard or a health standard? So let's see if anyone has popped an answer in. Oh, Jackie's replied, thank you, Jackie. The healthy eating challenge was great for me and I'm doing pretty well carrying it forward, but I've had chocolate today and yesterday. And why not? So did I. Dark chocolate though. Jackie, those who think they have not time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. That is a great quote that I actually had written down today, Edward Stanley. More appropriate for your time live. Yeah, absolutely. Let's read that again. Those who think they have not time for bodily exercises will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, Jackie. Rachel, the problem was not enjoying certain workouts. Now I do 3 very different things, which I love, and they each give me something different. And your workouts are bringing me back to my love of ballet. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I'm going to come on to talk about enjoyment in a minute. The whole thing about everyone talking about find something you enjoy, that thing. Hold on to that thought. I'm going to come and talk about that in a minute. Maria says she wants a strong core to help me run better. Excellent. You've got your first marathon in October. Fantastic. Good luck. Stephanie, definitely a stronger core as it'll help with everything else. Knees, hip, back. Yeah, absolutely. The core is really essential, not least to alleviate pain, but also to prevent injury, to make you move better, all of those things. Jennifer, again, eliminate lower back pain with a strong core. Stephanie's a nobody person. High five, Stephanie. So am I. But I acknowledge, and it's taken me a while to get here because I am one of those people that is just like, why aren't you just doing it? Just do it. But, you know, not everyone is like that. In fact, the vast majority of people are not. So Maria, I want a strong core to help my marathon train. Oh, I've already read that one. Is it repeated? Yes. Joe, to tone up and get a stronger core to help my back issue. Yeah, absolutely. So those are all really, really good motivational principles for you to write down and acknowledge. And interestingly, none of those were related to aesthetics. None of those were body beautiful goals, which is really good and really interesting. And you are more likely to succeed if you have, if your why is related to health as opposed to a body beautiful standard. So well done, everyone. Where was I? Okay, so once you've worked through those motivational principles, you can then come on to choose the type of workout that you want to do in order to achieve those motivational principles that you've set for yourself. And, you know, you've commented here, you're doing various different things. Some of you are running. Some of you are doing lots of different things to keep yourself motivated, keep things fresh. But there are 3 things to consider when you're trying to weave fitness into your lifestyle. Oh, excuse me. And those 3 things are on this worksheet as well. You need to think about, potentially, if you're a very busy person, shorter workouts. Be realistic. You know, there's no point in signing up for something that is, you know, going to take you hours on end if you know, having done the exercise in the Making Time workshop, that you're not going to have the time to do it. So you're more likely to succeed if you're looking for something that has shorter workouts. The second thing, increased frequency. If you're doing a shorter workout, you can do it more often. The more often you do it, you're starting to weave it into your day. And I would suggest something between 5 to 7 days a week with those shorter workouts. The reason I say that is if for example, you say, I'm going to work out 3 times a week, and you haven't done the exercise that I gave you in the Making Time workshop, then that you say, right, I'm going to do it on Monday. You then have Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday to make an excuse not to do it, because then you've still got Thursday, Friday, and then you might make another excuse. So do you see what I mean? You've got more options to make an excuse, whereas if you've said, I'm doing it 5 to 7 days, there's less wriggle room. You've just got to do it. So I find that helps a lot more. And then looking for realistic results. You know, I am not about quick fix at all, because I don't think it's healthy, and I don't think it's just not realistic for most people. You can achieve something in a short space of time, but it's not sustainable. So you've got to find something that you know is going to get you realistic results in a safe, sustainable way over a period of time, and something that works with your lifestyle. It's really, really important that you're realistic about that. So those methods, those 3 things are really important. Once you've found out what your why is to find the correct type of exercise for you. And if you're wanting to build muscle mass, for example, to increase your metabolism, to get stronger core, all of those things, you need to have a look at the types of workouts that are out there, and choose the one that suits your specific goal, not the one that your friend is doing or someone that you admire elsewhere is doing, or on Instagram or whatever. Each to their own. It has to work for you. So that's my advice when it comes to choosing workouts. In terms of goal setting, you've probably heard of the SMART principles of goal setting. So SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-based. So whatever your goal is, it has to match those letters. It has to be a specific goal. Not just, I want to lose weight. It has to be very specific. I want to lose this amount of weight, but then be realistic about the time that's going to take you. And it's got to be measurable, achievable, etc. But a lot of the times we come up with goals that are performance-based. And really, I would suggest to you another way of looking at goals is to work out or consider setting your base acceptable bottom. And by that I mean setting like an excuse level. So rather than saying, and this is a silly example, but rather than saying, I am going to make sure I do 20 press-ups 3 times a week, that's a performance-based goal that you're setting yourself up here. Much better to set yourself an excuse level goal where you say, this is the base, this is the minimum acceptable level I have got to attain. So instead of the performance-based goal of 20 press-ups, I'm going to say, my excuse level is 10. I've got to do 10. I can achieve 10. So, that's the level below which I am not prepared to go under. So that takes the pressure off. Performance goals sometimes hold an awful lot of pressure for people, but if you can have, your base acceptable bottom where you're saying, I'm going to do this as a minimum, you're not setting yourself up for failure, which we touched on before. It's less stressful to avoid failure than it is to break records. So slow and steady, choosing something that you feel is manageable for you, and then obviously working towards that and not letting yourself slip below that. So just a different way to frame goal setting and not setting yourself up for any failure. And there are practical steps that you can take in terms of motivation. The first one is to plan and get organised, schedule your workouts. I covered all of that in some depth in the Making Time for Exercise workshop that I did yesterday. So go back and have a look at that one. The second one is to make it a ritual. And this is really key, is if you can make something a habit or a ritual every single day, it becomes, much easier, and it does weave into your day. You start easy. So for example, it might be something like you get up in the morning, you splash your face with water to wake yourself up, you brush your teeth, you go downstairs, you drink a cup of water, your mat's already there, you have a stretch, you get on the mat, you do the workout. That's the ritual. Or the ritual might be, you know, something really basic. I get up, have a glass of water, I roll my mat out, I sit on my mat. And that's all I've got to do. The thing is, once that becomes a ritual, when you're on the mat, you're going to do it. You know, 9 times out of 10, starting the workout, getting your head around actually taking you to that place is what stops us from doing it. So if you can find a very simple ritual that you repeat every single day at the same time, no matter what that might be, or somehow anchoring that ritual or that habit to another habit that you have. So, for example, if you're focusing on hydration, if that's important to you, if you know you're bad at drinking, you're not getting your 8 glasses a day in, and because you don't ever feel thirsty and you forget to do it, anchor drinking water to brushing your teeth, for example, to you know, habits that you have throughout the day, taking your supplements, breakfast, lunch, dinner. That's 5 glasses already. Brushing your teeth at night earlier on because you don't want to have a glass too late. Sitting down of an evening on the sofa, glass of water. So any daily habits that you have, anchor another habit to that, and that could be a workout if you can get those rituals going in the morning. It makes everything so much easier. Let's have a look at the comments. Jackie, an underlying why, other than my kids obviously, is needing fitness to get to the top in eventing. Yeah, Jackie's a horse rider. There's lots of horse riders actually joining this challenge, which is really interesting. So yeah, absolutely. So Jackie's why is to improve her balance, her posture and everything to benefit her horse riding, which is a great one. You know, she says other than her kids. Yeah, my kids are my why, totally. And Jacqueline, great advice. Thank you, Jackie. Good. I'm glad you're finding this helpful. So the rituals, really, really important. I said I was going to talk about enjoyment of exercise. Now, some people say, I just don't enjoy it. How am I going to get motivated to do it when I hate exercising? And, you know, if you're doing the challenge, if you're doing this 10-day challenge now, and you're starting off and you know, lots of people say, I'm really enjoying these workouts. You know, I love them. They're great. I enjoy them. That's fantastic. And that's a great start because, you know, you're better off starting with a workout or a workout regime that you enjoy than one you absolutely hate, of course. However, you need to bypass liking it. You know, there are going to be days where you don't like it. No matter how fun a workout is, no matter how much you love ballet or love anything, running, whatever, there will be days that you just don't. That's life. You just won't. You've got to bypass that and you've just got to do it. You know, I'm not going to say to you, yes, it's important you find something you enjoy and, you know, only do it if you enjoy it. And it's just not going to happen. So I can't remember who it was that was talking about enjoyment or not enjoyment before. But you've got to focus on the importance of doing it, not on the liking it, not on the enjoyment. So I'm taking you back to your why again. Focus on the importance of doing it. Look, we all do things we don't want to do. Some of you may have jobs that you're not particularly enamored with. I used to be a lawyer back in the day. And that started out really exciting. And I, you know, acted for really cool clients and got to travel and go to Cannes Music Festival and all the rest of it. But in the end, I just didn't enjoy it. But I had a mortgage to pay. So, you know, sometimes we have to do things that we don't necessarily want to do because it is important. You know, you're a responsible adult. You have to have a job to pay the mortgage and the bills and get food. And so exercise, it's the same thing. It's really, really important. Focus on your why, and that will help you bypass the enjoyment. It's just something you have to do for longevity, for your health. It's really important. So, you know, why people think it needs to be enjoyable every single time, I don't know. It's not. Trust me, it's not. And I exercise a lot, but I have days where it's not happening. Yeah, so, you know, what's fun today may well not be fun tomorrow. But what really helps in that situation is having support around you, is having someone to say, yeah, sometimes this sucks, but you just got to do it. Just get on with it. Just do it. And after, you will feel so much better. And this is when journaling and tracking your progress can really help if you're jotting things down when you've done the workout, because when you will have a day where you don't want to do it, and if you can look back and remind yourself of the feeling that you had when you finished, it will help you crack on and get that workout done that day, because you know you'll get the feeling again. So that's what's so important about tracking your progress and journaling as well. Lots of people have already started asking me, because they're enjoying the workout so far, what happens after these 10 days? How do I stay motivated? I think people are already worrying, because it's such a, the Breaking Ballet community is so lovely. There's so many lovely women that join. It attracts a type of person that is really giving, and everyone is so incredibly supportive of each other, particularly inside the Backstage membership. That I think people are starting to get concerned, well, after the 10 days and the workouts go, what am I going to do? Am I going to drop off the end? And, I want to carry on. I want to try and weave fitness into my daily life and make this happen. And if you feel that's happening for you at the moment because of the support, then that's how the Backstage membership works, essentially. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes talking about that, to answer your questions and tell you what can happen if you want it to after the 10 days. So, you have two options. Obviously, after the 10 days, you go off and you, through trial and error, try and work it out yourself, or you come inside the Backstage membership with us and we help and support you through that process. And Backstage it's an online membership, and it's a step-by-step process that not only takes you or guides you through weaving fitness into your daily life and enabling you to schedule that into your daily life, it also provides you the support that you need every step of the way to becoming the person that you deserve to be. So it provides that support, and it is a step-by-step process. You don't arrive inside the membership to a bank of videos, which I know, a lot of online workout memberships are like that, and you kind of have to find your way through it and choose ones, and you never really know if you're choosing the right one or not. Oh, Stephanie, it's worth Googling Simon Sinek's Start With Why video. Oh, I'm going to have a look at that. Thank you. Celine, if you wait to feel like doing something to do it, you'll never do it. There'll always be this idea that tomorrow will feel different. Exactly. Absolutely right, ladies. Thank you for that. So, sorry. Backstage. So, inside Backstage, this is, can you see this? Oh, that way. So we have a specific pathway inside Backstage. So this is the success path. And we've three hubs. We've got the workouts, the healthy eating, and the mindset. Mindset is so important, really, really important, because if that goes, the other two go. And this is the pathway to finding balance in the middle. So there are three hubs inside Backstage, as I've just explained. There's the workouts, the healthy eating, and the mindset. The mindset's fairly new, actually. So any of my current Backstage members, go and take a look at it. So inside the workouts, when you sign up, you get some short technical videos explaining ballet techniques to you. So as you've experienced with this challenge, with the core control video that explains to you how to find those deep core muscles before you start working out, there are also technique videos on posture, on turnout, on the positions of the arms and feet in ballet, and also on the arabesque and attitude positions, which some of the workouts contain. And when you first come in, you look at those techniques and then you start your workouts. And there are quick start workouts in there so you can get up and running immediately. You get access to everything when you join. It's not dripped or anything. And you know, if you're one of those people that just wants to go it alone and do your own thing, it's all there for you to do. If you need guidance, it is a step-by-step process. So you do an assessment when you come in, and you are then supported through, you know, guiding you where you are on the success path, and depending on where you are, because people will be in different places, the action steps you need to take for your workouts, your healthy eating, and your mindset. Inside the workouts, you've got those technique videos, there's a bank of workouts, but there are monthly calendars, and those calendars tell you exactly what to do every single day. Every week you get an email with the calendar, and they're all hyperlinked, the workouts. You just click on the email and it takes you to the workouts. And it's graded, so you'll have like a beginners, intermediate and advanced, but we're all on the same calendar. And some of us are not doing as many workouts as others, but it depends at what level you are at. Every month we also do a challenge together. So this is a 10-day challenge inside Backstage. Excuse me. We do a 5-day challenge every month. The last one, the same that Jackie did, was a healthy eating challenge. But we also focus on workout challenges. So it might be a butt challenge, an arm challenge, an abs challenge, focusing on different parts of the body. And that's really lovely because everyone comes together and supports each other, and there's always a prize in it as well. There are also, once a month, I run live classes. That's also a new feature, which we started last week, in fact, which went amazingly well. And so every month you get to join me live. I can see you, you can see me, and we work out, and I give you corrections and talk about technique. And so that's really fun. That's also in the workouts. Inside the healthy eating, there are quick start guides in there. So you're guided again, depending on where you are in the path with your eating, as to, you know, whether you're going to start off at the beginning just with breakfast and nailing that. Then you move on to snacks. There are meal plans, recipe bundles, advice on healthy eating, lots of tips and strategies inside that hub as well. So we're not just focusing on workouts, we're trying to eat healthily alongside it as well, and really, really make the most of it. The Mindset Hub is going to help this. You know, when you join, you will see there's a mindset cycle. There's a video where I talk all about the cycle that we go around with our mindset. That whole, I'm doing really well, I've missed one, I've dropped off completely, I'm not going to quit, I'm going to come back, and how we go round and round this cycle, which is perfectly normal. We all do it. But inside Backstage, you're supported by everyone so that when you do drop off, you're pushed right back on again. Inside that mindset toolkit, there is also meditations, there are relaxation techniques, there are sleep strategies. We talk about time management. All of the aspects of your well-being that surround, it's not just about healthy eating and workouts. You need to sleep well. You need to, particularly coming into your 40s and 50s, excuse me, if you're perimenopausal or menopausal, excuse me, stress levels. We do not want cortisol levels, a stress hormone, lifting, because that means we retain weight around our midsection. So no matter how hard you work out, and sometimes you can actually work out too hard, which also lifts the cortisol levels, we need to think about calming down and relieving stress to help in our, in our desire to become the person we deserve to be. And so that Mindset Hub helps you with that as well. So that's what's inside Backstage. Also comes with some bonuses. My 8-week signature course is in there for free. That's in there. Also the 5-day ballet abs challenge, which I run every January. That is also in there for people that sign up. I am live every single week inside the members Facebook group for you to ask me anything. So go on there, and you come in, you ask me anything. If you've got questions about, this bit hurts, how do I stretch that? I demonstrate. So you've got access to me every single week. and then every month we're doing a live workout together. So I don't invite people into the membership and then let them get on with it. So, you know, if you want to get on with it, that's fine. If you're one of those people that's like, I don't need you, I don't need anyone else, I just want to do the workouts, you can. That's absolutely fine. But, you know, that's not generally how we operate. So you get the Q&A with me every week. There are daily accountability posts inside the group. You get a food and fitness journal, a fitness planner pack that helps you track all your progress. If you watched the Making Time video yesterday and you saw the schedule that we have in there, we've a much more detailed one that helps you inside backstage. So that really helps you from the get-go, as soon as you sign up, to start planning, which is really important, and scheduling your workouts in. What's July's challenge? Asked Jackie. Off the top of my head, Jackie, I have no idea. I'm going to have to check that. If you have it, Jackie, if you go in and have a look at the July monthly calendar, it'll be on there. It'll be on the top, because we always do it the first week of the month. So it'll be on there. You can tell me. Let's have a look. Jackie, I always find the more I think about something, the less likely I am to do it. Yep, same. Rachel hates burpees, but my HIIT coach has us doing them and I feel good when it's done. Yeah, because in the end I've worked out and it does feel good. Absolutely right. Hi, Tina. Joe, more about businesses, why the business exists. Okay, cool. Anyway, backstage. So the cost for backstage, there's 3 different options. And the first option is a monthly option. This is the give it a go option. It's $19.99 a month and you can just come in. There's no contract, it's cancel any time, you're not committing, you know, it's a rolling monthly subscription, but you can cancel that at any time. That's the give it a go option. Then there is the get results option, which is a 3-month option for $49.99. So you're getting each month slightly cheaper by signing up for that. In my opinion, 3 months is the time it will take for you to start getting the results that you set out for, because it takes time. Nothing happens overnight. And you know, if you've got a lot of work to do on your mindset, for example, and getting your scheduling and your time management sorted out, that will not happen overnight. It's a gradual process, but 3 months, you are really going to start seeing the results. And then there is an annual option, which is £179. And for that option, you get 3 months free inside the membership. So you get 12 months the price of 9, if that makes sense. The membership is now open. I opened it today. So I only open it 3 times a year. And the reason for that is because once everyone comes in, I want to focus on those members, because I'm so involved in it and hands-on, and I'm in there every week and answering questions each day, etc. I don't want to be spending lots of time, you know, running these challenges and not spending time on my members. So it only opens 3 times. It opened today. It will close on Sunday the 23rd. So have a look round. You can click on the link, which I will add at the bottom of this video. Have a look. If you've got any questions, let me know. And if you found this video helpful, please share it. Excuse me. Share it with your friends on Facebook, on Twitter. Let them know if you know somebody that lacks motivation with their exercise and you think this would be helpful. Please share it with them. On Sunday at 5:30, I'm going to be talking to you in more depth about the Backstage membership. So you can come along then, 5:30 on Sunday, and ask me anything once you've had a chance to have a look at it. And I want to show you the entire Backstage method, exactly what we're doing. So, you know, to help you become consistent with your workouts. I want you to have a really good look at what we're offering and what you can achieve with us, with our support inside Backstage. And, you know, that session's going to outline everything from, you know, just starting out with your workouts and not having, you know, a particular fitness plan right now, to weaving fitness, you know, having it as something that you are than something that you do, as I was talking at the beginning of this video. So getting you from place A to place B, and finally, you know, becoming the person that you deserve to be, fine-tuning your body and feeling good about yourself. And you get to do it with a bunch of really amazing, inspirational women. And in fact, inside Backstage, we feature someone in our centre stage section. We feature a member in there and their progress to provide that inspiration, but also looking at their challenges as well, because we all have them and none of us are perfect. And, you know, we're all going to go through that process. So join me on Sunday at 5:30 to hear a little bit more about that. If you've got any questions today, oh, thank you. July is the Inner Thighs Challenge. I love the Inner Thighs Challenge. Thank you very much. That's Emma that's posted that. Thank you, Emma, one of my team. That's very helpful. So Jackie, you don't need to go and look now. We're working on inner thighs, Jackie. So yeah, if you want to work on your inner thighs, join Backstage now, and we'll be doing that the first week in July together. So if you've got any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I would love to see you with me on Sunday at 5:30. If you're watching this on the replay, also please ask me any questions you have. I hope you carry on, continue to enjoy your workouts. Day 4 tomorrow. You've just got 6 days left. So keep up the good work. Let me know how you're getting on inside the Facebook group. And unless anyone's got any more questions for me, I'm going to head off. And I will speak to you again, if not before, on Sunday. Okay, thank you very much for joining me, ladies, and I will speak to you soon. Bye.